33% of our students are dropping out of school. These are students that are not graduating from high school. They're not getting the skills that they need to be successful, and we know what happens. They end up on welfare rolls. Many of them end up in our incarceration institutions, and it's just unacceptable at this point to look at a future unless we do something.
Literacy is the key to learning. Learning is the key to opportunity. If we want these children to have an opportunity, they have to learn to read.
Because reading is really the foundation for all of our learning. And to sit in a classroom and to be struggling with understanding what is happening in a textbook, or having the embarrassment of being asked to call to read orally when you could not really make out the words, is probably one of the most embarrassing and discouraging aspects of the entire learning process.
Third and fourth grade is critical to a student's success. If they haven't learned by the time, particularly the third grade, then they're going to be hampered throughout their academic career.
It touches my heart because my parents were illiterate immigrants from Denmark, so I grew up with parents that couldn't read. When I was 4, I used to hold my dad's hand and it'd be shaking like that, and he'd be standing in front of a men's room, and I thought, I don't know what the hell the problem is, but whatever it is, I'm going to solve it during my life. And I didn't know that the law of attraction would have me discover that some of you were watching are going, why couldn't he go in? It'd say men's. No, it didn't. It said men's, but if you can't read, it doesn't matter if it says men's or women's, and there's no such thing as a symbol of a man or a woman. There's no, symbiology didn't start until the 60s, so there's no symbol that said this is a man's room. And I felt him have to wait until another man went in. And then, you know, when we wrote love letters to him, whether it was any of our family, and I got a big family, a lot of us, you know, he'd put them in a box, but he could never read them. And then somebody read them to him, and you know, I saw him open it up and cry.
Hi, I'm here today at the Anaheim Family YMCA, and I'm here to talk to you about our reading program from the Literacy Project Foundation that has been serving over 2,100 kids for the last year. We're very proud to be a part of this program. We have master teachers that are on sites at 39 locations. Our kids show more confidence. We are hoping to build avid readers for a lifetime, and we thank the YMCA and Anaheim Achieves for having the Literacy Project here to service these kids.
Hi, my name is Rami, and I like to play Get, Set, Read. The reason I like it, it's because I love to play board games, and I play with my friends, so it's really exciting to me. And my teacher is Miss Packin, and I learned from this game words and how to read.
The biggest improvement I see with the new phonics game is the confidence that the students develop as they master the skills. Okay? It just is phenomenal. You can't do that in just a regular classroom setting, or you can't see it. It's not as visible.
You know, I really feel this program really helps the students. I think the new phonics program is a great program. It helps every student, and even if they only improved by a couple of words, they still improved. They were still able to practice, and they were still able to retain information. So it's a great program.
Get, Set, Read is so fun because it helps you learn to read, and the dice and the cards, and you get to move your stuff, and it's so fun. It can help you read faster, learn more words, and have fun.
Each one of my students gained at least 16%, which was a big increase, and also they developed a love of reading.
I really believe that this program is really important because of the lack of resources and budget cuts in the school system, and the children that are at risk, that really need extra intervention, are not getting it. So I feel this program really steps in and fills the gaps where it's needed.
Everyone in us needs to have literacy as our foundation, and what it looks like to me is that if you've got one candle that's lit and another that's nothing, lighting one to another by expanding literacy with the Literacy Project Foundation doesn't take any light from the first one, but when you put them together, it makes it 4-fold brighter. When you put them together again, 3, now it makes it 8-fold brighter. The geometry, the exponentiality of it is so critical. And each one can teach one, and each one can reach one, and what we need to do is really expand literacy, so 7 billion people are literate in their first language and then maybe in their second.
Reading opens up the mind, it creates the inspiration for the future, it allows them to dream, and one day to fulfill those dreams.
We have such programs as the Literacy Project Foundation that is willing to step up and fill that gap. And that is not going to be just an Orange County program, it's going to go nationally because of the tremendous results that we're getting from our literacy program.
What is so exciting about what the foundation is able to do is to spot these youngsters who need the additional help and provide an environment which is collaborative, which has social interaction, and can give those youngsters the basic skills that will enable them to get back on track and really develop the love for reading, which then fuels their love for lifelong learning.
It is important. Literacy is the most important fundamental. If you're going to have a good foundation, then you can build this. Show me the foundation, because I built buildings to start with, and I'll tell you how high the building is going to be. The foundation all of us need is a foundation in excellence in reading.
We could reach more if you'd help. Help us, join us. We have a child's life to change.